Hello. It's morning time here at CJ RAINEY'S kitchen. I'm making an old Army classic. It's called Shit on a Shingle. Believe it or not, I actually enjoyed it when I was, well, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I first had it, I was like, oh, hell no. But after pretty much I had to eat it, I come to find out I liked it. And anybody who's in the military know about shits on the shingle. It used to be chipped beef, but you can actually use ground beef. I'm going to show you how to make it. And I'm going to show you the way I used to eat it in the Army, because we used to eat this for breakfast in the field and any other time, pretty much. I mean, people started liking it so much that they used to serve it. We ate it for breakfast when we was in the field, out in the field, but we was back in the rear. People liked it so much they used to make it all the time, you know. So, but shits on shingle is pretty decent. I'm gonna show you how to make it. I already added the salt and pepper, little salt, little pepper. Now I'm about to add 2 tablespoons of flour, and you want to keep the, it's greasy, but you want to keep the grease for the roux. Okay, you add that up, and then you just stir it in there. I know it looks crazy, but I'm telling you, it's gonna turn out great. Okay, now you got that little stir. Now, usually people put onions in it, but everybody know how I feel about onions. I hate onions. Like I said, only time I eat onions is when I eat a White Castle hamburger, because it doesn't taste right without the onions for some strange reason. But other than that, it's optional. If you want to add some sliced diced onions in here, that's what the really ingredient called for. But onions are totally optional. I choose not to because I don't like onions like that. And but this meal, this is like hearty, and it will fill you up. So after you mix the flour in, add 2 cups of milk, vitamin D, 2%, whatever you want. I already added 1, that's the other. Now you bring it like to a nice little simmer. Stir that up in there. Now that a nice little boil, what you can do to add more punch to it, add a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. I can never pronounce that shit. That shit right there. Add a little bit more. I want to learn to pronounce that shit really. Worcestershire sauce. Okay, we're about ready. Now, if it does like this, you know it's ready. If it's like splits no and it's not really sticking, it's ready. And the reason it's called shit on shingle, basically that's what it looked like. I ain't gonna lie. It looks like shit. Like I said, I first time they threw this shit on my plate when I was in the Army, I'm like, what in the fuck is this? And my drill sergeant Austin, hey, Private, you gonna eat that? We don't waste my uncle's food. You take what you want, but you eat what you take. I didn't really take this shit. They gave it to me. But, I didn't argue with him, because he was a big motherfucker. But, like I said, this is comfort food for people who was in the military, who knew about the struggle. And like I said, this is not that bad. I mean, I don't know what they do for today's military, because I'm not going to lie. Today's military is so fucking pampered and shit now. It's ridiculous. But now I'm going to do this. I already did this now. Okay, here are your shingles. Toast. But, like I said, when I was in there doing it, you can just do it with toast. Or, me, I used to like throwing eggs on there. Even though they was powdered eggs. Yes, they served us powdered eggs. Which wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad with a lot of hot sauce on the shit. But, got the shingles. Now I'm going to add some egg. Okay, added the egg. Now, and there is the shit. This is why we call it shit on the shingle, because it looks just like shit. But it's delicious shit. This is the best shit I ever ate. But now, I want you to take note. Now, I use ground beef. You can use ground turkey, ground pork, or if you can find some chipped beef, you can use that. Because that's the original ingredient was chipped beef. But this is like I said, an old school army classic. They've been eating this shit since the World War II in 1942. They've been eating this shit. I was eating it. Like I said, I don't know what they're eating it now today because how the military is so fucking pampered now. But this is what we used to get, how we used to get out in the field and sometimes back at the rear because people like the shit. Okay, people, this is what it's called, shit on a shingle. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you like it, thumbs it up, subscribe.